vernacular, bathed in ceramic paranoia, paradisio, hauling up the metallic packets wrapped in plastic blasters, blacking out the entire cabinet. Rated and well padded action figure, she's off the scissors. Miller Lite fingering sinkers, open up the bloody river with 1,000 billions. Bat swimming, engaging livers, drinking whiskey with another beginner. Shipping a splinter off trimmer and well-ended scribblers. Aging Agent Orange, supermarket adjacent ailment on Silent Hill's containment fluid. Rearranging the planet's problems and developing payment system with druids. Overpayment, the greatest radiant energy source, sustaining the straightest patterns, sue me. The ranged people, the bravest whale, turning stake upon the bladed shaft, obtaining the space race equations. X-rated entertainment enterprise, derailing the assigned prevalent species. Achieving tree breaches for another thesis, darkest hour, deepest possible seas, it's all beaches. She teased with a couple League of Legends, weaving a teasy impeachment. My God, you're still the lamest. I'm flying free over keys, receiving repeated messages from abyss. Passing metals, laser shivering knees between these treaties. It's over, cheesecake. Squeeze a tree, glazing the tree-pointed fingernails. Siamese spliffs. I'm speaking over forsaken Quakers, split the difference between another drape. Conjugating conundrums, blaming crusader tail scrapes on the boys brigade. I'm decaying slowly in beige cozy slippers, screaming macaroni salad. Tossing lacrosse balls overall exhausted. Glossies, flaming knots, withdrawing the dental floss without qualm. Remaining calm, I'll slay an ops and stomp wholeheartedly on your corpse. I palm the ball with 2 Chinese finger traps overhead, it's more hunger. Red Devil collateral was a gunner. Skull crushing for cybernetic, installing insanity without the hospital bills. Family was hatching, formal salutation for the archer. Harboring fiends in the parlor. Snatch a torture device and kill a farmer, foreigner in dad's village, bartender, improper conkers or copper wire. Brain fine on a pair of pliers. I require a fiber optic prescriber off the verse to snap my vocal cords. Word is bond.
The cable car is long gone, and with it, the 25 miles of track that crossed this town. What remains is a legacy other cities long for. A bit of history, alive and well in San Francisco. I'm
naiyō.
This minute of San Francisco from TV. And now back to the wild and the free.
Peace, peace, peace. Ashley handed off a bash of bass and we contrasting Glock slashing arms on the crapper. Open bang and attach a cash match and trains from Basan. Bloody bathwater, the less author offering brick and mortar services and plotting disorder. You're disobeying orders. I forgot to implore the sweet talk covered in chalk, knocking out the honkers. Interlocking remarks with longer half-ounce marathons, training shirts, cheering and breaking plastic performance. Premeditated decoy, employing the following without joy, pen sharp as a concord. Splitting open the deposit tools with heavy gratitude for rolling up the columns move. Knowledge in a liquid room, multitude was crocheting with koalas who only serve kosher food. Profit on the heavy-hearted mood, subduing whatever Paul alludes to. Solid issue on the pilot too, blaze to cut the biomolecule. I swear you're gonna lose. With pots like scholars and super solid rotten tooth, cutting off the olive juice. I need another brew. Powder stores with anorexic broads, well-inspired flops with the coarsest underscores. Abomination alien bodies enforcing another crop circuit with differential gears. The vanity square market, mason jar enclosure. You're not too familiar familiar with what's occurring in your ears. It's hot water, infinite tower of heaven laid back, average atomic mass, sea urchin catch and turn around, sick as a breakdown. Spring paradox, robotic arm motion range, vegan leather sleeping underwater, make your body store trauma. Demonstration, the spine chemical bonds, avoid the rain by jumping fast enough, escape the superpowers in public hanging around healthcare workers. Fastest cork playing baby shark, overworking the thirst until the body marks. Peace. Ladies trading ages for better cradles, the bravest you. A couple blue noted oceans radiating promotional material, ethereal residuals. Broken souls composing with ogres, the lowest possible odors. Crowbarring trophy waivers without the bloated flotation device. Broken and well soda growing off and off the cap. The monocle offers I lost and rose slowly until she blows me. Seething trees, flowing flowers beneath the surface of the sea. I don't believe dudes. Crudely effortless, effusive smooth, truly brooding, loosely looted and looting with a single shoe. It's all true. I smacked the fool for acting brashly active. The madness was a longer lasting blaster. Thereafter, the slash's weapon containing chemical agents for surveilling alien ailments. Naysaying, exhaling interchangeable famous names, waving the sage. I hate your fragrance, containing race, changing bases and embracing conjugations without disgrace. Crocheting my way to world domination. Anaphase a spindle on the swivels, brittle the superficial pistols. Officialist crash sizzles, set the supervisors. Lighted a match aside her, she's staying tighter. I despise your attitude, containing the apparatus glued together, the straddle too. Invalidated atom who scattered the apple of these aptitudes. It's propaganda tools, I approve the costumes for diluting the bruise. Chewing a suit, the waterbender learning many moves accrued and put to good use. Poltergeist, light emitting Christ. Fell asleep combining spices over many nights. Edgar Wright supplying kites and spiked orange slices, tried and well denied. Patrolling the oversight. Manufacturing contraction battle with massive racking, actually substantially aggravating factors. Progress is gradual and annual and fractional magical tragedies, channeling the camel smoking while damaging controlled averages. Hang the DJ and scavenge the gamma rays in pajamas, a trusty pair of hammers with challenging pillages. Protect the village with shillings, offer Phyllis distilled water before a scrimmage. I crossed the imposter over borders and shot the groveling monster. Someone responded and pondered over bulking up with bronzers. I'm not sponsors, absconding the commoners, sweaty palming the concert. Shocking offering slaughter with sauces, ignoring dollars for cauldron coffee. Set in death, I'm aware of the cigarette, declaring bread. I confess, suppressing clientele for better quality stress. Flexing off and the body's gone and rotten with blossoming possums. Never succumb to numb and bare bottoms. Broad deplorable accords fought for applause from frozen artificial hearts. Choppers in short, lacking support, the art endorsing new ports on the yachts. Rocking bosses after croissants. The cart notching and wash botches, I still cry often. I'm Kaufman's acid, rating asses for tracking bastards. Harassing machete set, tripping on another bet. Hassle apparel, unravel the angle with a bad attitude and slash apparatus, reducing the malpractice occlude. Rationing madness and blasting off a couple ratchets. Snatch a satchel with elaborate antics, burning up the planets with a single touch. Divinest judge, collection cradle the lesser able clutches. It's raining blood, shrugging off the nudges.
Humanity in the world I would like to see, but there is some. There's more than one would think. In any case, if you break faith with what you know, that's a betrayal of many people. I may know 6 people, but that's enough. Love has never been a popular movement.
There I go, there I go, there I go, there I go.
Stashing the pack and actually grabbing a Saks Avenue misconstrued renovated Roman collectible items. Off the record, I'm tossing a lighthearted goodbye to another to retro trident. I then Friday night, the highest caliber rifles of trifling accuracy was lacking. The back end of the action was trying night to life, blasting off the haptics, crying off another bender, the most powerful and raging, engaging a couple seconds after the first message. Blowing pistol Hulk, smashing the fiddle, missing people locked in the back house. Up and around, arousing the flounder, grounding another blaster. I'm a master at attracting the faster laughter, slandering a crappy cadaver. Minor misdemeanor, clasping a finger, the body smells of slingering. Over the counter case coming efficient enough, storing up the right stuff. Calling bluffs, clustering Warren Buffett's monetary value was adamant over the smokiest traps. Pretty girls like trap music, brainless and clueless. Champion boxer, I slapped the bastard with half a dozen happenstance, lofty blossoming story skies. Skyscraper to a trodden patient pavement, I crave a couple acres for handling pain. And training bloody guts, I'm off it again. Strongest Samson's locking off the walls, 420 offerings. I'm in the crop top, bugging out the cauldron officer, already shot the bastard. Craftiest agent off the gaming table, lately I'm trading with ladies, sorting out the hazy trades. Casting blame with lazy eyes upon the grimiest grimaces, remaining frigid.
Race God's never said it. What you got for the weather? This race God's never said it. What you got for the weather? This race God's never said it.
Telling Tom, telling how to fake protect like what the heck he don't care about no jewelry. Shining on the inside, yeah they ballin', I'm the coach that stay in pitch side. Ballin' in the rain, gray skies, they never settle like my girl. The weather the better, she stay right by my side through any fucking weather. That's why I buy her that good leather. We keep it rolling for worse or for better. Her actions mean more than any love letter. Do the rain dance, take chance. I need rectangular squares in my pants. Sagging, listen Bob, soaking up some reggae. Hail Selassie I see my homie Angel had a chat, he passing by. He said he know a rebel, catch it in the ride. Just learn your lesson. Wake up, 2 for fingers and I'm counting blessings. To my sense I'm fessing up. When I speak I listen up. Try my very best to be enough. I just keep it rolling up my J. Mellow. Yeah. Yo Paul, what was that stuff?
I don't even know. What are we talking about?
That other stuff, bro.
Yeah, shit, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
I do.
You know we're talking about nothing.
Nothing at all.
About this weather, my dear. This little dream I think about this weather, my dear. This little dream I think about this weather, my dear. This little dream I think about this weather, my dear.
Adolescent hatches, the fastest growing Terry patches, snatching off the matches, rolling spliff and catch it, a couple scratches, patching out the patent. Elaborate antics, super magnets to a talcum effect. Shaded ballad and rabbit holes attach a statue to a Mortal Kombat. Half a matcha on the ground, falling over sounds efficient. While aroused, hounding over a voluntary prowler and process, bury the crown. Planning after minds, pronouncing discount on Mount Everest bounds. Stomping gowns, demanding a rebrand, assign the coalition shrines. Kush per pound, entertaining another grain covered in gin and tonic lines. Committing sins, Lord forgive me, smash a viola, norepinephrine pinging up the lynch stream. We move accordingly, rinse another syringe, skinning without twitches, hating every single being. Decreasing dreams, pleading a little tea, speeding lemons, squeeze a wheeze. I still bleed evenly without the bones creaking, reaching defeat. Peeking through a silver lining in life, fleeting time. I'm behind again, coming in blind, testing inclines, it's over by design. Eternal light is shutting a spotless shadowed mind. Poke a hole in an empty oak space and containing pain in a heated vein. Gone astray, explaining the chain reaction under butane. Finest grain draining geranium every single day. Offer haze. fire starter, it's never practical. Problem child, while advancing magic on your broken clavicle. Aromatic atomic classically made elastic bands for holding cash whenever I have it. Masonic style crime family living lavish over plastic surgery operations and mercury. While stirring discovery, laces tea with muddy currency, inhale a poppy. Murder scene covered up a conservatory with vaginal fluid. King capital C's, apply the same principle, subtle traditional method. Check the pitch circle coupled with macrovision. Misery lies within a conventional response. Filled your insulin pump with heroin. Blicky up enough to rough the snuffs, ain't the body raw. Je ne sais pas. Agents engaging stages, the latest impalement showing off a terraria over the terrace. Preparing a jealous Harris, in all fairness, the merest reference impresses us. Open iris for acid droplets mixing composite with chocolate nuggets. Fire goblins and populous scowls remain proportionate as a target audience. Cover up the cuts with angel dust and solid lung fluid. Excluding the plastic art druid, subduing the bloopers in the bloody coupe. I choose waging disputes over Doom's ability without gain affinity. Valid as shadow the pooch. Added value to the cow's property, problems on the soccer cleats. Curious over robberies and dishonesty, grandiose and oddity. Copping a couple pleased pleasantries, copper lead from Joshua Tree. Clogging arteries, a monster wrought the mediocre rockalies of legendary oblique mysteries. Off a slick elixir, tricking off the six and slicking fractures, well-mannered assassin. Catastrophe with a couple of pauses and factory attack, the patches and stacking mismanaged distractions. Racetrack and attraction, bass the captain sagging, the whacking is a wacky racer. Italian attacks and dramatic panics, offering gravity, missing mnemonics. Historical electronics, Napoleon styling the napkins, exotic ultrasonic psychology. I'm very aquatic, shifting tectonic plates, Bogdanovich understanding histrionics for Cassidy. Fungus diseasing the family, zoning anomalies is actually a cavity. Practically in my final form off the alchemy, drinking gasoline and theatrical releasing complexion is avid blasphemy. Action-packed gadgetry and agony, prolactin subtraction, gas was well rationed. Yeah, I'll go insane. The blackest attacks and Iraqi must relax as distracting the racks below the bank's distractional control system. A couple frigid limits encompassing the fastest possible English lessons. Fluorescent expressive possesses successful guesses. Greatest suppressed efforts with half intensity pressing on the crushed Benson. Open cells from heaven, illegal procession, it's never ending. Dastardly dimension with anorexic aggressive intense representing reflect on another blessing. Loss of victory augmented pretend pressure, oppressive problems regardless. Intensify the suspense, blacking out the checks. Forgetting Leo's cassettes on the cardboard cardinal. The straightest particle accelerating for double the distance. Ordinary sessions. Parasonics, imaginary gardens allocate funding the kennels. It's never possible. Oscillating phenomena between methodical polymer deposited by Solomon, vomiting up the colors for dollars. Enormous wardens off the sources, restoring watering down the pulse. Can't afford a garment from Alonzo's sub-department. Enlarging the arms of Dan's Carmen, lacking academic requirements. Embarking on harvest and arson harassment from federal informants. Swallow the shouts of flame retardants, auction off the abundant scarlet letter. Pope said, I said I'm breeding over threads covered in bread. We shared condescending comments and leftover shell casing. Spare me a disconnected head, invented the affliction while embedded in collecting checks. Introspecting neglect, projecting the diabetic connect for the finest trenches. To no effect, I came correct, infected the perfect body with another seed. Guaranteed to sway koozie for sipping lean. I'm seasoned greedy, wielding for better bleed. Buried bodies in oil spills, pioneer spins, receding wigs with the master speaking hieroglyphics. Pioneer spins, receding wigs with the master speaking hieroglyphics.
Say
a couple laces, remaining sharp as LASIK, trading off a pack elastication, the basic structure without obstruction. Came off a couple lackluster instructions regarding another functional form. I gave it up for a couple drugs and the Snapple bubs. Crazy traction, machine living frugality, flashing up the street. She asked to smash, I remained flaccid and flawed. Crawling up the road without a couple loads and blowing the strongest gas stone, the slowest shaft, southpaws, the stance, the strongest clash, the abrasive. Lacking the latest gadgets through the manic episodes, brandishing schematics. Offer a coffee and aid of the wisest samurai, pretending flexible and effortless. Unequivocal differences, the human experience. Saddleback attacking after attract the calamity, slashing the bastard's haphazard reaction. Retracting the half ounce of the galaxy collides on another, slacking the blackest antics. Crowbar to a ratchet, I never had it. Rather a villainous contraptions regarding a master clothing Valentino fashion. Once again I'm blasting. Check the static and match the opposite of raspy, clashing out the taxi. Cherry blossom flossing over crossing borders and trapped in Casper's hatchbacking. The flappers actually trying to smash me beyond affinity. I don't believe dudes rooting hatred for you. Falling in the Boston crew for a cup of brews, screaming over views. I always win, loser. Sleep as Freddy Krueger's involvement fluid. Fourscore the deepest lord, conjure up another sword. I'm a fraud.
Flapjacks and the syrup in the back. You know attack is the best form of defense. I see the fake with they smiles and they pretense. I got the message, still hermit speaking facts, seeking racks, avoiding tax, smoking packs in favelas jacks. Droga bonito, Brazilian with the flair, shoes that didn't come in a pair. Mixed man strains in the air, smoke a lot of scoppy chandeliers. Mind the gap on the ground, far away, I'm never near. My fruits from above like a pair of jeans on my legs, trusted from wear and tear. Laundromat couldn't wash away my tears. I know I'm strange, please don't stare. Fangs bear, African wolf, fangs connect to the ties, go kapoof. Stop them in their trails, deforestation in many a nation. Killing nature like the corporations, lacking astral coordination. I see the ghost just for your information. Through the air I broadcast, crack the Sprite for the mud fast. Smoke only what I need so the bud lasts. Cherish every drag to the last bud. Praying like a mantis, like I'm a fast bug. Couldn't bear hermit, doesn't matter how fast they dug. Secretly hating, couldn't sweep me under the rug. Drinking hit of tears, actually I might jug. That love.
Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time.
And I told him it was trouble.
Excuse me, you have time. Not that time. Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time.
And I told him it was trouble.
Excuse me, you have time. Not that time. Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time.
And I told him it was trouble.
Excuse me, you have time. Not that time. Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time. Excuse me, you have time.
Attractive bastards for half a basket, a couple matches, grass cutters blasting off the stands, flipping glass with contrasting features, steamrolling creatures, sub-regional demons decreasing bleachers, the non-believers in peace, dispassion the plebeians with Moroccan degrees, cheating off the schemes, not conceded, reaching limits, cracking upon the Plymouth with a pair of scissors, scuffle exhibit the criminal actions, subtracting snaps to last, in fact the past flashes over commotion commodities, while small shogun with unspoken devotion, protozoan notion, foreign oxycontin ranger smoking coffin with Steve Austin. Exotic topics and electric harmonies, demonic harmony, robotic, sonic, Slavic, and often depositing for alcoholic astronomy, the chronic. Missing histrionics, the body's dead and well bathed. Carrying Debbie over confetti, shooting off the jelly, condemning memento mori. Eastbound and out, disallowing loud sound. The Boy Scout browsing through the crowd looking for Bowser. Laps around the house. Mighty Mouse pronouncing vows to off the couch, rolling down through another drought. Informing the nausea, infamous with flaws is Ben Wallace. Cautious, the ref and Regis, cold as porridge and swords with a couple corpse sleeves. Oral horror, midnight marauder, tearing up the iris as tight as Andromeda. Comical Casada with the muscadine automata, promise a pocket and vomit up the dogma.
Expectations are there, on expectations. Make it loud, on expectations are there, on expectations. On expectations are there. Speak to me, speak when you walk through that door. On expectations, poetry. On expectations, new meditation.
Yeah, they preach complicity, patience. Yeah. They preach duplicity, fame, sanctimony, toxicity. More authentic, knowing cities wasn't built for me. We reach high, gotta blossom, then it's history. Nerd Louis, I'm just far gone. Days wasted, but God gave me pardons. Days living in a stark contrast, then my star warned me. Any in our way, this a warning. Any up, gotta take life in stride. Gotta look in my eyes outside it. I was sighing, spent days riding. If you saw what I saw, what a trouble. Suffix, I was running, still active. Came tug, you was stuck in the past tense. Came proper drummer, man, they was tracking. Life never meant to be attractive. A test and we passed it. Pain that we passing. Saw it in the stash, all I've been stacking. Saw it in the
Gaping the plaque, snapping ass, attractive packs for captivating efforts, redacting distractions, adapted to practice. Staying active, lasting another draft for peasants. The highest chemistry lessons remain apparent and well developed on another palette. Polarity was all clear, slicing up the edges of a clarinet. Caressing, I'm vexed, decompressing without caring, I'm stretching in sketchy bends. Impressive arrest, collecting checks, confirming the theft. Gas fermented, blessing with depressing exits, representing the battles progressing. Upon another fishnet, the upper room was an amateur assassin. Tougher stringing off the discovery, robberies in session. Adjusting the atmosphere and palace share, blowing up the cardio balancer. Haberdashery, grandiose, cross examine the manager. Frowning open the camel's back and straggle upon the hassle. Hail razor, cadaverous manner, the honey badger, catching up and snatching an atom smasher. Flashing, matching, hacking, classy, attacking and smashing harassment. Attacking with missiles, snatching the detached fragments, the constant embarking, sanction the magnet. Blocking up the path and causing a ruckus. Break upon you with the Ten Commandment tablets. Inhabit the shallow shallots and magnet out the goblet of fire. I admire supply the inspired, compile the strikers and conspired over a couple fried burgers. Pulling up the obligated wiretapping.
You come back to me.
Smash advances passing the hourglass of bloodbath, flashing out the aftermath. I stash a human lax, blowing up the chapel with clams and cabbage, prenatal vitamins. Paper enables cliche labels, a shameful taste for bloody bacon. Squabble up, can't enable, absolutely cradle the fatal label. You're not noble enough, king. Skating over pebbles and rubber with archangels watching over me. Grateful, overstay the pain, serving sorbet, swaying the Shea family, slicking back the toupee, pay me a grip. I mean, weigh the flesh, sliding off bouquets to Desiree's face. Micro hazy with many praises, polyphase, sustainable etiquette, wild crazy, show the spades. I'm really Hades in chains, embody the flame without constraint, veiling down the gains. Shell casing, I'm a well dwelling with Mademoiselle, nevertheless. Without contest, brain power and regression, addressing the transitional system. Nothing but net. Ready, set the cigarette aside, nympho from Sacramento, echoing off the innuendos. Indirect manage your answers incorrect. I'm collecting water from death, channeling the speed faster. Broke his ass from his nose, reciting Mandarin, catering to pandemonium. Pulling out the Draco during your testimony to Babylonian mothers. Naturally shudders and cover the suffering in amateur hour. Hovering over drones, ushering out the glove compartment shivs. Equipping on double dapper animals, international capital animus on flux capacitors, collateral damage to cardinals. Carbon particles part of the muscle structure for affordable price journals. Proportional shows you're adorable as jargon and symmetrical precision. Irresponsible decision without support, shortening abdominal surgery. Unwatchable wife swapping important crossword puzzles. Double cross the sharpest tunnel of belch to restart but remarkable margins. Dispatch the Dolphin Army power of attorney, Murakami to a night Carly. The hardiest rhapsodies, I'm overblowing broccoli, boldly grab you another 40. Up for seconds, I reckon you ran a couple errands for checks, select fuel comparable. Umbrella trail refreshing the shed covered in sweat detected. Fell off the unexpected brethren, inspecting the infested forest. Confirming the quarrels, the door busts. Yeah.
Yo, smell like sunshine, sublime. My sign, I'm shine, eyeing her behind. Wide thighs and tiny tights, she just my size. Mighty fine, finding a bride, blinding light, declining eyesight, divine timing, rhyming nice. Writing white lines, flying high. I'm fried, dining a dive, sipping white wine, spine tingling, writtens, kissing the kitten, splitting the clit in different positions. Vigorously spitting gibberish, giving limited shits, grinding night shifts, I'm quite lit. Providing vibes, devising a plot to slide. I put the pot aside, not signing a dotted line. I got the hottest wife, I don't want your thought, I'm fine. A spider on the web, sliding up in a sec. Checking text, I don't got no pride left. Writing left field messages, ingesting fresh. She precious metals on her necklace, check this. She got everything on the checklist. Extra reckless, getting wrecked, ending shifts. Giving neck and getting tip, tricking chicks. Flicking a slit wrist, consider this a death threat to my ex's next. XOX, getting cheddar, spending checks. Selling X inspectors, getting deck. Detectives checking for specs. Corrective centers, never getting respect. Come correct, protect your neck or get served. Swerving the German and urban sex. Her sex is the best, let me get a peck. My bird left. Fly back to Jack, I'm smacked intact attraction. As a matter of fact, I'm asking for slack. Catching flack for passing packs. Rapping for racks, I'm not chatting cash. Distracted from red flags, getting bags or baddies. Crashing after caffeine and addies. You had me to grasp and trash me. Yo, you had me to grasp and trash me. Trapped in agony, she actually a magazine. She has everything that Jackie needs. Spazzing to a batch of beats, battering patterns with these. Who could have her after me? Adapt to who I have to be. It's Jack, it's me. It's just the way you walk, it's the way you talk, it's the way you make me gawk, yo, it's the way you make me stalk, yo, yeah, you are, it's the way you are, yeah.
The aftermath is clashing on behalf of driving people mad. A couple bashes breaking off the shakes, baking, constantly waking up the shake and cascading to no avail. Set a pace, the arcane catalase, writing rotes and brails, I'm repenting intense. Malcontent over defects, breaking cement, possessing the injected etch a sketch. Dispensing and deck the collective efforts, investing in ascension where fermented water would burn to death in short order. Caught of all creative context is bent over convention. Nonchalantly dead with bombs going off the comments. Respect denied from the forceps, wrecked on the next, felt against a couple breezes. A few degrees below sneezing keys, Maltese freeing deals. Death by chemtrails, well aware, confessing Macbeth and death. Stealth mission on the launch chair, clientele session, mentally prepare the clarity. Oriental projectiles without Child evidence resembles a weapon. Shoddy utensils backpedaling around a demonic temple. Accidentally occidentals assembly line struggle to set central. Addressing rejected arrest, suppressed over deflection. Suspecting a seventh sense, resurrected surgical test of siesta. Aging the rapid awaiting exasperated chambering states. Rapid aging the slaves array, eradicate the lazy gaze, blazing away decay the common etiquette, subjugating the predicate, self-replicating before elevating Confederate forces for better fate. The gate staying stable as a renegade, legend facing death and fled away past the lion's dead. In my element, resonating compressive motions, telekinetic development, special effective Methodist pelican for human experiments in the freshest sentiments. Amber alerted the other person's dead relatives and slander the collective elements. Eloquent enough, sub-intelligent, the expressionist sellers. A solidarity with psychotic polarity, showing interest in memory of embarrassing riches. To all extremities, Paul's supremacy with coincidental reckoning. I'm really a beggar, go-getter, the heckling agent in leather, the seller expenditures on the dresser, no pressure. Only reading books with big letters, popping up the paper shredder, preparing the perfect peppers to remedy the mystery machinery. I'm sleepy, creeping up the clinical stages, squaring up the nicotine, slightly sharp as guillotines and benign surgery tools for flicking beans and get the liquor in. Complicit frugalities without affinity for reliable sensitivity. Domestic eccentric medicine omitting proximities. Personal philosophy was comedy anomalies, political apology. A beast behind pottery, morphing the prime quantity. Advanced romantic efforts, standing tall than canceling polaris. Passing harassment, attacks in the packs, handled and well lacking. Casting irony, bionic desire, supplying the fines required alliance. The manic supply the wire without defiance, and the lying lies and without compromise. Ravaging acids, you haven't mastered the fastest caliber blasted. I slash a bastard in classy fashion, naturally having mastered a couple split tactics. Longer lasting madness to ratchet in essence and improvised strategy. Collapsing the enemy, never regarding another calamity. Eating off another person's personality, God's hood was a tragedy. I'm back active, crafting hazard for a match, characters without reason. I'm bleeding evilly, my belly remains empty, it's a blessing. I'm learning endeavors, hexing the legends in a tank of Seta. I'm better off death letterman, well read and sweating the pesters. Without measure, the extra work ethic lessons from Brexit's treasures. Flex the power, pleasure, pleasantries were beneath me. Peace spliffing the freest trees and treating off and on, projecting suspected, attempting another leave. Attack the bats, laughing off the crafted actualities. More modalities, the sleaziest wizard, weed whacking, finishing the longer linger. Twist the cannabis with my little finger, binging the bricks, finishing bliss. You're in danger. The slave ranger, well aching laser craters, blazing the slave traders. Benjamin's vase, finessing licks, and Betty's wangs built like a bad bitch. Crease the finishing touches with a couple coke lines often. Cherry blossom to Austin is backlogging the Loch Nessing messages. I'm trekking through barriers and exits, expecting another blessing from heaven. Leavened bread at tennising, indulging. Loading clips for half a zip, whipping ellipses, dismissing the finest linguistic finishes. Mixing drugs, insisting drift, depleting conflict. Pick apart the knockers, chopping off the wash, shorting powder crops.
Yo, my life's a crappy action movie on Tubi. Jackie blasting past the doobies, bagging baddies, smashing groupies, smacking rappers, acting goofy, Looney Tunes slapstick, asking where the chapstick, Jack spit, bad shit, the losing actual trash bit. I hit the gas and crashed instantly, intermittent fasting, contrasted with bashing fast food, bad moods ensuing blues, getting sued using licensed music. I like losing, let's battle, slashing cattle, cackling cats, casual rapid flows, attacking the capital, slapping radicals, you bad bro, we're incompatible, impractical joking, broken coke kings, drinking modes, moping, smoking dope, inciting graphic violence, practicing rap science, I'm a drug, you have to try this, supersize my sinus, life crisis, ice spices, ISIS, blowing up divisive devices, phoning home lifeless, coronavirus conspiracy, we're not peers to be tearly clear, beats, incoherent speech, screech until they hear it's me, I'm seriously kidding, literally spitting, illiterate village idiot, littering filter tips, filling the void with joints, enjoying ignorance, blissfully killing your list of these, repeating history, bitch, it's me,
Fuck with those glass tumors, working quarters inside and down areas, the latest movies, we want you to, with those KTVU, Oakland,
KTV. Lacing splits, mercury tracing and basic hexing and lace shake off a couple open spaces. Breaking the surface, chasing after the polymorphic elements. While purchasing out of service with blissful discussions over turnips. Urgently superintended with tremendous support innovation. Liberate the conditional separation and isolate the superintendent speculation in the 5% nation. Sedate with animated images, evading the stabilized mutant state. Vacate and vibrate without exaggeration, escape the hallucinations. Irritated, purify the character for justice with active replicated powers, blowing up the powder at atrocious rates per hour. Turn the game up louder, bowing down with a raised eyebrow, denouncing the resonance throughout the vowels, slapping the thought with my towel. I'm on the couch with the foulest clouds from crack and tragically induced smoke or grab a shank bastard. Attractive reaction, extracting the memory measure with a couple fiends, jeopardy. Let me see the Emily version of a cunt for good remedy, still Paul's supremacy. Pleasantries were beneath me, chemical bases dropping off the acid spills, riding another liturgy. Broken sensor and censor the extended blends of criminal offenders screaming back to render. Condemn the crony, throwing my voice off the timber. I landed with an injured hand and withered the blade from mariachi band. Fickle land, rubber band the cheaper Columbia in the nether realm with proxy wars. Nearing a couple beers, blowing tree within clear crumble at the premiere. Playing solo state with solitaire and underscore galore, roasting off the s'mores. Buy more Dior Jordans with the score money. Cavalier Moors doing chores on a dwarf planet. Exploring the Honda Accord with George Foreman. Performing jousts and shorts, play with forces for Fort Lauderdale in fourth person. Your performance was chorus, blowing up the core.
Everything I could.
Snapping the wacky snacks and facts, relaxing, attracting the crack addict, blowing up the everlasting demands. Flagging and lag inside the proxy, hanging up the jacket. I'm still fasting after a couple years. Crafted the spank, spanning the channels, blasting off the rafters. Grafted flags and a couple specs, suspension, condensing the offensive death threats. Decking off the meaner to senior citizens, steaming in the freezer beyond ether. Between the oldest earth and a couple reefers. Paddle the boat with half a floater, bloated over diagnosed smokers. Croaking and boasted, approaching a dead person's coat. Underwrote the vapor, going to flow, choking the overflow, engrossing the post endorsement, stowed away on another commode. Exploding atonement, less than humble abode proposition. Imprecise words extradite the entire addict conviction in a higher position. Cognitive efforts in essence, I labeled pigeons with the cleanest possible forgiveness. God damn it, she's gorgeous. Scored in orbit with cautious derailment. The song scales mailing off the wife's sound for busting a holy grail. I'm a failure. Replacing your braces, displacing the shell traces. Erase the hickory hiccups, thick apartment block, the quickest fix. Flip you like who's Paul, blowing lines installed in the small space model. Spinal tap the spirit warrior, I don't mind confinement. Latest design for straps, wrapped in plastic cast, flapping around the vampire. Siren songs for peace, consoling the trolls, cajoling the baby in the stroller. Mind controlling clothes, folding down the road in the pose, the exposed cold to shoulder. Bold disclosure and cold as soap from Kroger, the whole heart's broken and over. Stroking the flamethrower, bloated nose, stroking the flamethrower, bloated nose, glowing in snow. You're gross. Think about you, the man.
to the man.
Catching gassy molasses, kisses, castles, sands, acid latches, and plasmas. Heavy passes, a chassis, hassling, splashes, assassin facets. And past fantastic detaches the patches, blowing ashes off cabanas. Gamma the pass, a grand turn whacking adapter. Attract the claps, counteracting slashes. Matter of fact, draining your nerve tract, serving overtures to nurses while disturbed maneuvers. Omnipresent, impresses, embarrassing experts with prepubescent textures. Adjacent lieutenants, sentence, decadent fair, smoking pheasant. Leveling over instrumental parents, flexing speckle, drinking out the body vessel. It's mental. Transport the heart by a park chopper, cropping against a prop fence. Suspenseful, nevertheless. Protecting, dispensing, objectifying the cigarette. Oppressing coalescence, forgetting breathing, text addresses end. Swiss Army soldiers committing heinous acts. Synaptic connection lacking, added tanks for match strength. Intercepting the enemy forces with records, disinfecting the gang. Shank, Sung, and Abercrombie, tsunami winds embody the origin slang. Origami by the Illuminati section. Fulani people slicing open the bald eagle. Running off a dozen dying spinal tapping machines and even leaps of faith. Hypodermic paralegal fatality. Disable the basilisk, appraisal, disable the patient. Allocated and containing conflated ultimatums. I'm way greater. Marvel the doctor cradling the fiber copter cables, phasing favorite fables. I lost it all for a couple beers. Clear-headed me wants to reappear again. Approaching fears, learning the Deutsche market, diacritical embarkment. Criminal record inverting, eccentric, skirting off the wall. Expressive tension, condensing material efforts and over-tension, aggressive forensics.
And ready for the real world. And ready for the real world. And ready for the real world. And ready for the real world.
Dashing the bands and smashing glass, contrasting colors, going off the mask and bragging over clams and daggers. So angry I'll scatter another bastard with brains on the platter. Bagging up another stagger, the stagecoach laying the blade, embracing pace instead of praise. Slap the arcade worker, evading disgrace and waiting cabarets. The basic cremated spirits, really amazing. Blowing haze in the escapade, dialing off the ramen with the evilest shaman. Remaining calm on the Ottoman throne, cloning myself to smash me and Mrs. Jones. Needing loans, throwing the tray away, slaving stones, open-ended cyclones. I want to be grown, but I'm boning with moans, slowly getting toned. Surviving a 9 live in spite of all effortless inclination. Snakes in flight, I'll fight without compromising. Combine a handful of confined devices. French broad fried off the zappers to rap. Relapse and wrapping up the shredded scalpel, snap. Channel a fractal with my metacarpals, tunneling the frontal lobotomy. Scuffle and tussle while smuggling fungus. I fumbled another time portal. Authority was lost and watching falls and re-assault the assault weapon. Enforcing ball snatches with reinforced armor overwrought the Balkan dwarf. Really distraught, chalking up the body, forking up the energy remark. Ignored and embarking on the lonely journey. Remain sturdy and steady McFlurry. Surely you disturb me without bringing over your girlie. Reimbursing curse words, reversing skirts, rehearsing conversation. Perverted extrovert with rented regions to impress the lamest material. Impressive eagles at your funeral, I really do see dead people. Raid the festival with impaired visionary missions. Opposite the church gates and other transposability. Quicker and well-written, forbidden lists is wagging wheels spinning. Freemason alien, examine the cannon for malfunctioning triggers. One time for J. Dele, guerrilla warrior, bigger killer, missing indica without benefits. masters, well shattered, factoring after recaptured pastors. I master plastic shells for industrial extraterrestrials with question residents. It's evident you left excessive embellishment and remained hesitant over swollen decadent surfaces. Irrelevant variants remaining pleasant over the betting epidemic. While inspector would care for rejected ethics, independent magniloquents. Bad Samaritan lessons level up the evil prejudice. Encrypted enemy insisted on transmitting intelligence over radio checks. Misdirected constructive efforts remain deficient. Free shirts for underdeveloped soldiers. Soldier garrison and zephyrs fully protected and staying together. Severed heads without pressure, whatever the reason, professional endeavors in error. Suppress the interstellar movement for vendettas against floozy women in leather. Improved deduction proving the resume is a cartoonish excuse. Subunit reclusive introduction to smoking looses, whipping assault, assassinate with rifle riddles. Malcolm's middleweight division belt left and crippled at the candlelit vigil. We need you, Mitchell. Fickle scribbles off a couple nickel bags, giggling off the dribble. Shovel the body's place a honeysuckle on your upper lip. Skipping your frolic over bloody drips, equipping tree. Slice my arm off, rolling dice. Inside a riot by the northern lights, human rights unite against me. Said goodbye to many mouths and supplied a dyke with cigarette lights. What's up, naiyō? Stashed with blasters, half-assed Jackson, crashing out, clashing the common ashes. Water splashing and shisha, potassium and acid tabs. Scratching crabs and stabbing bastard for lesser causes than the common commas. Rhyming the gamma with Guatemalan language barriers. Interior valley of gaseous finale camping with galleon. Either composition fallacy remaining caggly. Manhandle the center of gravity. Totally fantasy for morality and verbally abusing a super galaxy. Transparent atrophy to no capacity. Gaining calories from framing agony. Uncanny depravity under salary, withholding sanity from salination workers. Word to perk 30. I killed a porgy with no mercy, dietary requirements. Mom calls it a journey, I call it exergy. Skeleton key for bumper cars, start the day with the Lord's Prayer. I'm czar in obscure territory, blowing cigars as a local superstar. Reservoir doggy with an empty lager on a foggy afternoon. I miss you, June. Opportunity knocking on every room besides the commune. Swooning in bloom. You ought to stay ashore before dawn. My core explodes. King Kong prolonging, dancing on quads, dragging afloat. Ball dropping before crossing roads, upholding conflict. Decoding roads in undisclosed territory I loathe. Transpositional dimensions, suspending apprehension. Circumventing vents imperfections, projecting over oppressed recessions. Tearing up a pair of shares. Impairing taxi fares, easing up the tumor with King Koopa. Rumors left to stupor, the late bloomers diffusing a few brews with a megalithic spliff. Briefly in disbelief, overwhelming grief melting off the short-selling reckoning. Projects pending, big step in the unprotected nest, suggesting revenge of swellings. Threading expenditure, cerebral hemisphere for pension checks. Remaining zen.
One of the key concepts associated with a Type 3 civilization is galactic scale engineering, the theoretical concept of manipulating or constructing megastructures across an entire galaxy. This could involve creating massive structures, like a Dyson sphere around multiple stars, or even entire star systems. The civilization might also build stellar engines, devices capable of moving stars or altering their energy output. With this vast amount of energy, a Type 3 civilization could power technologies that are beyond our current imagination, such as wormholes for faster-than-light travel or planet-sized computers capable of simulating entire universes.
Yo, what up, Ted? What up, naiyō? I am programmed. Yo. Programmed to go ham, choke slam your whole fam, smoking grams, hone a hopeless romance. Look, ma, no hands. I'm an old man in a young body, lottie-dottie, pull up to the party, already sloppy. We the not top 3, toppling, bopping beats. You can't possibly copy me. Cop a piece of pot leaves, dropping poppy seeds, get off my property. She on her knees, slobbering, gobbling D. Sorry, this dick is not for free. All she wanna do is smoke that broccoli. I brought with me bob and weave, knocking ops to sleep. I'm not an option, reading Pac's biography. I'm a dichotomy, want a dichotomy.
constantly staying alive at the same time, slaving over daily rhymes, making babies cry with lazy eyes, blazed to high, hating life. My wife left me because I'm sexy, dressed in red especially, special needs pedigree. Give me your pedigree, I got that dog in me. Audibly logging off for weeks, don't talk to me. I'm always geek-seeking woman. You would beat me, but you couldn't. Only doing what I shouldn't. Proof is in the pudding, putting two in the wood, using cushions to cushion. Pushing through the hood, looking like I'm Cuba Gooding. There's good in everyone except for me. Cooking up the specialty recipe for disaster. I'm the best rapper, dead and after, if it ever mattered. I can't believe I ever had a dream shattered to pieces, gathered in releases as of recent. Eating defeat, bleeding from beating streets. Repeated cycles, reading schemes, no recital, bro. I should've wrote the Bible. Liable to light a bowl, icy cold, sniping goals as time expires. I'm a liar, a tire on fire, sell the team if I retire. I require special care, I was here, you was never there. I need my head repaired, they cut the wrong wire, dog. I'm tired, yo. Strong desire.
Catch bastard and naturally splashing, everlasting madness, the fattest cast of radical actions. I'm crashing tragically. Attractive lavish advances, a sheesh from Gavin to establish your praying mantis upon the radishes. Ask for trouble, attacking snacks, catching bank left-handed, and masking a triple-double. Well wishes regarding an awful chuckle after the honeysuckle instructions. Flexing capacitor, the iron ambassador, rapping lavender on Salvadoran calendars. An essential amateur, well-adapted fashion, holding Excalibur as Alistair. Brain-shattering caliber without parameters of vascular sculptures for habiters. Unraveling massacre, raffling, dabble, and mammal grapple the basilisk. Dismantling the actor's assistant, bantering over radiation blasters. Last harassing traps, slapping collapse of rafters. For contrast, here's a pair of lips and a bag of reminiscent hieroglyphics. Wincing arrogance was a prevalent element, strong as Exodus. Severance checks for counterintelligent experiments. Master the freshest element as a Methodist, it never hurts like venison for $11. Bulking up, I seen you shrink without the motionless promotions. Barbaric clans from a Nova Scotian Conan. I'm chosen, close from Snowden, commotion under Rodin's command. God damn it, I stabbed another lad for a Gucci purse, jabbing a shoulder strap, the weighted gap, check the pocket flap. Existential chapters amassing laughter for Saturn or oyster crackers. I'm your cousin Paul, slowly rolling across the ocean shore, overhauling eroding protocol. Drugging the open pores with sober thoughts, broken theologian, flowing prophetic messages by the oaken floor. You're broken. Insane Elysium containing strains making congested David Blaine. I'm sane deranged, maintaining grain, saving slaves. Trading off the game, I'm better off slaying canes for fighting sane forever. I'm better, you're less wet than Jerry Heller surrounding Ace. Ninjas with attitude, you played in grass, I played in gravel with mace. I crave a couple days for backing aches, for God's sake. Getting blazed was my claim to fame, it's strange.
That voltage?
Great molecules! These plants are alive!
Right! But you won't be for long.
What's up, naiyō? It's naiyō and Ted. Slash your bastard, half-hazard retraction, last reactionary collapse in the garrison, systematically destroying everything within reach. Seeking defeat, blissfully ignorant leaves against a double-daring empire. Hail Cyrus sending out the tripwire, hide inside him again. With Templars by the camping trail set ablaze of fire. Any higher changing a spare tire, but we're repairing solitary glares from heaven. A couple sevenfold over opium, inhaling chromium, sporadically a symposia. A like utopia with fires of flocking Glock shell shocking the interlock system. Seen it all through a prism. Jack's back in action with a couple packs, breaking up extraction. Extracting the exact shank, confronting banks with impactful databases and out supply. Call me Master Blasphemy, loaded thrashes on open passes, causes acid before bantering starts. Bizarre bodies in the reservoir, Zard facing a lace flip, tracing over mates, mad black carrying crates without grace. I need space, interlacing and phasing through a couple goons out for blood besides a community schoolyard. Sharpen the lazy shards, tossing out the cards as a vanguard allows. Preaching peace without listening, the tree hit the frigid past, crashing out the sash, real brash. Teal face within darkness, grabbing the largest amount, tossing out the carcass. It's all man is the ratchet in a hand, riding a sword horse on the vocal cords. I'm still soaring over corpses as an overlord, boxing southpaw's efficiency. Efficacy lost, but not entirely, the opposite of bloody gauze on the floor. I need coke and a little more folklore, containing boards, sparing the core, ignoring divorce on the overshore. Guaranteed a couple escorts in the court with well-adored consortium memories. I have a bad temper, breaking condensers with my dentures. More and more legal tender, sending off epoxy resin. Never treated the infection, aggressive hypertensive retention. Unless the opera's crumbling, remaining humble, locking symbols, assemble the entire character sheet. Fantastic mystique and heat, plush sheets decreasing the gamut, repeating receipts.
Perfect. Been far from bad. He's at play. Been far from bad. He's at play.
Yo, what's up, naiyō? It's the one. Yo, Reggie. Stripping off the butter knife with a couple kites flying over the highest points, flashing another joint for a second spliff. Tacky blicks on the floor seats, giving up the dream. Indeed, I laced the trip, I had another grip. I mean, flexing over leaves, creatine and a bleeding creature. I wanna leave, solid euphoric tears screaming, let me in, you bastard. Coming up the fastest attractions, amassing amateur talents and battling up the radical magic. Grab a crab and clapping, brandishing deals. I'm leaning over spillage, please protect the village from summer through Christmas. Without the slimiest business buses busting off the mad homage. Painting picture persecuted by lynch mob for a couple 50 large. Trashy machine getters in the classiest fashion possible. Clear the butane through a balloon entrance if you didn't get the message. Blowing dope in the tank with setup. Sending off a letter, you better transpose the nose of Old Yeller. Filling up the blessing barrels, aiming at your finest apparel with legendary efforts.
Yeah. I am who you try to be. Behind me, highs record, visines on new horizons, thoughts bloom. Saw truth on Draco, ruling off that pave, now straight. Hope found fate, left plug status, kept spark, crime summit. Blog right up, sore tongue, might be young but so low. Being cold like winter climate, keep winter mindset. Eyes peeled on timing like clockwork, orange buds in the grinder. Spec herbs, inspect words I've been writing. They shake on tectonic, I'm more Midas. Touch the vine while they sublet, set sonics off. Read more but still visual on comic. This life funny but try me might regret. More topical love than obstacles subside. I'm prodigal nerd queries. Wonder why thoughts hijack. I'm back, this time I'm not gone. I'm more vibrant, days of 5 and speed. My chance to beam honest. Sip water with tonic, talk back AM early morning with side but still stand obelisk. Whisk all up, old floppy disk, glitter on concrete. Jungles, more trees, you perched on hill, figure mine, no Tommy. On peace, tell him call me if problem, I'm blondie. Love swarm upon we concord. Don't stop, gotta keep pushing.
Crashing after having a clavicle snapped, attacking a ratchet with maggots on the palate. Tennis tracking for slicing carrots and paralyzing the magnets. My back hurts. A working adverts reasserting the magnet mesh in a couple madness. Addressing the blessing, scary quest for an impressive power against coalescing cassettes. Decompressing flexes, infecting gas, direct deposit, polish the bonnet. Spliffs in the cockpit. She's astonished at the bongers filled with glass sips in a cartoon-inspired outfit. Unlocking the chi within a rocky, masquerading crusades with cascading dragons well trained and ashamed. Firewalls and flights with the night watches and on. Criminal courting conditional love for unoriginal clinical debacles. You're pitiful, I'm a professional hunk. Pure muscle, aboriginal alchemy, fighting duality on your girl's balcony. Battery packing academy for rascals and supernova crash dummies. Study anatomy for the strawberry daiquiri ingested after meals in the fattest tummy. Raggedy doll screaming apogee and lanky crying on bended knee. Taking over Albuquerque like like Walter did. Papering non-reality, the Valorant community over wacky races was lesser gravity. Factory settings amassing money, actually cavity from battling attraction. Practice profanity as a formality would allow chastity but for mastering salaries. Randomly solving cancer commander. The cocaine's in the plan to bash you open with the spanner. The land of the stomach's gassing and granting her enchanted enhancers as a pole dancer. Patrolling goals under control pressure with the stolen Rolex from a role model. Alien X coming for necessary next. Your soul's less grandiose than expected. Heckle the Letterman and the whole steps, fabrics on the Rolodex. I might cap grabbing both hips, my condolences, you're a broke subject. I sense fear, I'll disappear, the blow's corrosive.